If you do business with the federal government, or you want to, an important change is underway. One small firm gets the White House's attention. Thanks for joining us. We are your only source for daily news produced especially for the nation's entrepreneurs. If you're a federal contractor or working to be a Fed supplier, listen up. We're in hold today in the implementation of a new requirement for federal contractors to use an online system in order to check employees' eligibility. May 21st is now the date for the E-Verify rule to take effect. E-Verify, if you haven't heard, compares the names and Social Security numbers of newly hired employees against government databases to make sure employees are eligible to work in the United States. Internal Revenue Service is encouraging small firms to file and pay taxes electronically. According to the IRS, there are fewer mistakes in electronic returns.
EFTPS is secure, fast, and accurate. And best of all, it's free. It allows you to pay all your federal taxes via the internet or phone. It's really easy to use also. It takes just minutes to enroll, and you can do it online. 10 to 15 days after enrollment, you'll receive a confirmation package. Then you can use EFTPS to make all your federal tax payments, including corporate, employment, and excise taxes, any day or any time. You can even pay your individual taxes electronically.
Many startup businesses begin with a hobby. So when does it become a business for tax purposes?
Income from an activity is taxable, whether the activity is a hobby or a business. The good news is that you can deduct expenses up to the amount of hobby income you earn. You can't claim a loss from the hobby. Taxpayers who incorrectly report losses from hobby activities can be subject to additional taxes, interest, and penalties in an audit.
A small manufacturing firm is featuring the president's recent visit on their website. Cardinal Fastener sells nuts and washers to wind turbine makers. Explosive growth prompted the president to tour the Ohio plant. The firm's founder expects green energy to account for 90% of growth in the future. More local officials are working to help small firms deal with energy costs.
It has to take place on the local grassroots level, and that if anything's going to change, if behavior is going to change, building's going to change, we need to really emphasize that on a local level. So cities are really getting on board.
Boston is among a growing number of cities working to help small businesses form energy buying groups to reduce costs. Speaking of utilities, power outages cost about $80 billion a year, with most losses, about 98%, borne by business, according to the Department of Energy. A recent survey finds many are not ready for the inevitable power outage.
Our survey indicated that almost 80% of the small businesses have experienced some form of outage in 2007, and over a third had three or more. In fact, I think those numbers are probably low when you consider that there was 77 major outages in 2007 alone. In the United States, in 2007, we experienced over 200 minutes of outages on average. So these small businesses, even though they knew that power outages were coming, 80% had experienced one, we found in our survey that only about 40% have some form of backup power.
In business, you can expect the unexpected. To thrive in tough times, advises one successful multipreneur.
Not planning, because they fear and so on. But let's not spend too much time on that, because it doesn't lead us anywhere. Number two, we can talk about in some other segments is cash flow, but let's talk about some more surprising things, some of the more interesting things. One of the ones that hurts me a lot because there's so much loss involved is that large number of startups who think that it's important to be at a lower price than everybody else in the market. And I hate that because we all got an economics class, lower price, higher units, but in the real world, startups generally are not going to be able to be Walmart.
Sure.
You're not Costco. You're not going to really make it being the lowest price, and people live in that fiction that somehow it's important. I see business plans that come out, and therefore we can be at $9 when the rest of the market is at $11. And I want to say, if the rest of the market is at 11, be at 13 and understand some customers want 13, specialize, give them what they want. So that's one that's a little bit more interesting than the standard ones. Don't underprice.
One Michigan business owner got an unexpected boost recently. All 31 of the employees at Mr. Biggie's Pancake House volunteered to work one shift without pay to help out the owner. When customers heard about the workers' effort, they ended up tipping more, so it worked out for everyone. A viral video spoof sweeping the nation is the brainchild of one enterprising entertainer. Iman Croissant, or Alpha Cat, is the hit in a video parody. The buzz around Croissant's videos are giving the self-employed entertainer's career a boost. The former waiter recently moved to Hollywood in order to pursue his growing business. Are you looking to build your business online? You can be a part of SBTV's community designed for small business owners and entrepreneurs just like yourself. Membership is completely free and comes with many benefits, including blogs, podcasts, and you can even search and discover new leads with SBTV.com's Resource Center. Ready to smash some stress? Cut out the multitasking. Take a deep breath. Put your full attention on one thing until it's done. Doing one thing at a time is a simple stress-busting strategy. We're already working on stories for tomorrow. Be sure to join us for more business news you can put to work in your enterprise right here on SBTV.com. And in the meantime, explore our videos, articles, and podcasts, all with one aim, helping you grow your business.